A day in the life of Elon Musk. If for one day you get all the richness of the world, what your day will look like. Have you ever thought about this? Close your eyes and imagine. What do you see? Nothing. Don't worry. Let's give you an idea about this. What's it like being the richest person on the planet? You may think it's a breeze, you may think it's super stressful, or a combination of the two. Either way, one thing we are sure about that in the life of this, there can never be a dull moment. The best way to explore this is by looking at a day in the life of the world's richest man alive, our very own, and the new Twitter company owner Elon Musk. On April 2022, Forbes announced that Musk had an incredible $219 billion, even higher than billionaire Jeff Bezos, by almost $50 billion. Bezos is well known through his Amazon empire and for doing things like sending William Shatner himself into space, but Musk has his space travel operation in space, and this time his financial rocket went higher than. Elon Musk is recognized for co-founding energy company and vehicle manufacturer Tesla, as well as soaring amongst the stars. He also has his feet, or rather his wheels, on the ground. This makes one wonder how Mr. Musk keeps his show on the road each day. It's important to point out that, like all successful people, he manages his time very carefully. Plus, it's safe to say this man probably works a little longer than a so-called regular CEO. Musk wakes up each morning at around 7 a.m. He says he likes getting around 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep per night. Sleeping in is not an option for him, saying it affects his performance more than if he sleeps less. After getting up, he showers, dresses, and enjoys a morning cup of coffee. However, he says he is usually in such a rush that he skips breakfast most days. On the days he does eat breakfast, he likes an omelette. This working schedule gives Elon 42 hours per week at Tesla and 40 hours at SpaceX. On today's evidence, he balances work and whole life as healthy as possible. So what's it like being Elon Musk for a day? The answer is mind-blowing and also surprisingly relatable at times. Let's say you're Elon Musk and you're waking up in the morning. You look over at the clock where the alarm has interrupted your precious sleep. What time is it? 7. Elon Musk's head reportedly hits the pillow around 1 a.m. He gets no less than 6 hours of sleep per night. Many of us have food on our minds first thing in the morning. Musk enjoys a cup of coffee like anyone. However, his key port of call is the shower. Not a bad move, but he's doing more than keeping clean. The shower is probably like, wake up and go shower in the morning. You're kind of getting the results of last night's. Computation. Basically, for this inspiring figure, there's no better place to think than being in the shower. With the water running, who knows what amazing ideas occur to him while showering. After this, he'll consume an omelette, though he's more likely to be consuming his daily emails. This is a constant factor in Musk's life, and he logs in almost as soon as he wakes up. How Musk communicates with his employees at SpaceX, Tesla, and his other companies, such as the Boring Company, who do infrastructure and tunnel construction boring. It seems Mr. Musk enjoys a good play on words. Yet when it comes to workplace interactions, he has a long-established no-nonsense system. Musk is a great believer in email communication. He drives himself to his work. Indeed, reports are stated that Musk lives in a SpaceX rental property worth a relatively meager $50,000. The rental isn't his only dwelling, of course. He and his family inhabit a range of luxury accommodations, as you might expect. On a side note, this is a far cry from when Musk is starting. When he was in college, he rented his home out as a party pad to raise rent money. On the way to work, Musk is carrying a precious cargo of his children. Yes, like any other father, Elon Musk does the school run. Not only that, but he's maintaining contact with the wider world via email. He uses an obscure email address to minimize his message intake. But even so, talk about multitasking with the kids dropped off safely. Musk heads swiftly to his next destination. Where will that be today? Well, if it's a Monday or Friday, then he's headed for SpaceX Tuesday to Thursday. He's based at Tesla with extra activities on Saturday that add up to a whole chunk of time. It's reported he spends as much as 100 hours per week doing his thing. If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks, and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, then even if you're doing the same thing, you will get in 4 months what it takes them a year achieve once at the office. He puts his designer hat on to think up the engineering ideas that form the bread and butter of his empire. 80% of his working life is devoted to brainstorming, developing, and refining these concepts. Elon Musk applies himself in intensive 5-minute periods rather than burn through hours at a stretch. Musk takes bite-sized steps towards his goals. This includes grouping together tasks in a concentrated system. He calls badging sounds surprising, but this approach does have its drawbacks. You know how sometimes you become so absorbed in tasks that you forget to eat? Turns out Elon Musk suffers from this kind of thing. Just like anyone, the least disciplined part of his daily life could well be meal consumption. There's eating on the go, and then there's eating on the go Elon Musk style. He just likes to munch through lunch as rapidly as possible. We're hoping he has some indigestion pills on standby. Would he eat pizza has been mentioned. Does Musk also like French food? Does he wolf down a baguette in the office? That would be interesting to watch. Following an afternoon of designing meetings and a mind-boggling variety of to-dos, it's finally time for Elon Musk to hit the road. What does Musk do when the pressure's off, or rather, when the pressure has let up just slightly? Chances are he's attending a work dinner, though he knows how to blow off steam when he needs to. Musk feels the burn at the gym, though not as often as you might think. Some sources peg his workout schedule at a couple of times per week. He's far from the fitness freak it seems he looks. We know Musk thinks big. However, this time, he went above and beyond. Working with teacher Josh Dunn, in 2014, he co-founded the Ad Astra School, which means to the stars in Latin. Do the students in Musk school learn Latin? Maybe that's seen as a little impractical. In 2018, a New York Times profile on Musk said he was regularly working up to 120 hours a week. Since the birth of his child XAE-A12, Musk decided to scale back on his hours to get more quality time with Grimes and his kids. As a result of his hectic schedule during the day, he consumes most of his calories at night. He uses business dinners to satisfy his hunger, and he admits to eating too much. Musk has an affection for Diet Coke, claiming that the beverage contains some infernal ingredient. When Musk does eat, he enjoys French food and barbecue. He also enjoys whiskey or wine from time to time. He returns from work at around 10 p.m. each night. It's obvious that Elon Musk has his sights set on the future. He's done this for decades, though now he's the richest person in the world. His words arguably listen to more than ever. He wouldn't have reached this point without a rigorous daily schedule, strict time management, and above all, a sense of his self. We are in awe of his ability to deal with these problems so effectively and to get so much out of his employees. That said, this approach also helps explain some of the herky-jerky nature you see at both SpaceX and Tesla. The company goes all in trying to get a new rocket or new car feature out, accomplishes its task, and then heads on to the next big thing. It makes things feel very spiky rather than smooth, and points to why the companies are often late with products. That was all for today, but don't forget to like the like and subscribe buttons so you never miss any updates from us.